Hi there, this is Srikanth Asare. So in this lesson, we are going to introduce ourselves to C# programming language. So first, let me launch the IDE. The IDE here we are using is Visual Studio Express 2013 for Windows Desktop. So if you go to Help and click the About option here, so you get more details about the Visual Studio Express Edition 2013 for Windows Desktop. Okay, so this is the most recent version of Visual Studio Express. Okay, so you know that so Microsoft subsequently releases the Express editions for their Visual Studio releases. So if you want to obtain this latest version of Visual Studio, so you go to Google. Okay, go to google.com and type Visual Studio and Express. Okay, so the first site is visualstudio.com. So where if you go scroll down a bit, so you have Visual Studio Express 2013 for Windows Desktop. Okay, so if you click on the download link here, so it takes you to the download page here. Okay, so here you have Microsoft Visual Studio Express 2013 with update 3, which is the most recent version. That's what I have in my system installed. So you can directly click on the install now button, which is a web installer. If you have a good connection of internet, you can do it directly, or else you can do offline image, which is a DVD of an ISO image here. So you can download this image and mount this image with an ISO, Power ISO or Magic ISO, some sort of software, and you can install. Okay, so all this installing is very basic thing. Okay, so other way is to go to this website. Okay, this is a good website designed and maintained by Microsoft employee known as Hanselman. Okay, so here it's the name of the website is hanselman.com. So it contains a few links of, so if you scroll a bit, you have Visual Studio 2013 Express for Windows Desktop. So you can again click on the online installer, or else you can directly click on this link here, which is Visual Studio 2013 Express for Windows Desktop ISO image. Okay, so the same thing here, what you have is again linked here, but here, so downloading from the visualstudio.com is very it's not a very straightforward process. If you click on this DVD ISO image of an installer, it asks you, Microsoft asks you to have an ID with Microsoft.com. Okay, so rather than doing like that, on one click you can directly download it from here. Okay, so the last way to obtain Visual Studio 2013 Express is to go to the Microsoft.com website itself here. Okay, so in the Microsoft.com website, also you have a link provided by the Microsoft.com people to Visual Studio 2013 Express for Windows Desktop. So if you click on this download option there, and if you check this thing here, okay, it's an ISO image also. And if you click next here, so it starts downloading automatically. Okay, so there are many ways to obtain Visual Studio 2013 Express. So whatever the way is comfortable to you, you can follow that way, and you can download and happily install in your PC, and you can then you're good to go. Okay, so let's go back to ID here. So Visual Studio 2013 Express for Windows Desktop is designed to do a variety of programming languages. Okay, so if you observe in the start page here, we have Visual C#, Visual Basic, Visual C++, Windows Presentation Foundation, WinForms, etc. and etc. Okay, so you can do a variety of console applications, desktop applications, WPF applications. Okay, so there are a lot of things you can do with this beautiful tool here. Okay, so first here our intention is to learn the programming language features of C#. Okay, programming in C# language. So first, before doing that, first let us create a new project here in our Visual Studio 2013 for Windows Desktop. So first go to the file menu and click on the new project here. So in the left hand side, if you observe in the templates, we have various tabs or installed templates here: Visual Basic, Visual C#, Visual C++, SQL Server, Solutions. Okay, so a lot of things we have. So our intention is to focus on Visual C# here. So let's So let's unpin that Visual C Sharp tab here and select from the Windows, select the Windows option there. In the right hand side, if you observe, you have a variety of choices here. So for this introductory course on programming language, let's stick to empty project here. Okay, so empty project is very clean, the folder structure. So whatever you want to write from scratch programs, you can write when you create an empty project here. Okay, so from Visual C Sharp, Windows, and empty project, let's name our project as hello world here. Okay, so whatever you want it. So if you do if you give some name to your project and hit enter, so here the Visual Studio Express for 2013 Express gives you a project directory here. Okay, so nothing but it just shows nothing but just a solution, and it's the name of the project and some references were given here. Okay, so since it's an empty project, nothing exists here, so we need to create a source file where we are going to write our program here. Okay, so first let us do that. Right click on your title of the project and go to add new item here. Okay, so let's select again, there are a variety of choices. Let's select the code and code file here. Okay, so you have data, general, WinForms, WPF. Okay, so select the code and select the code file here. Okay, so let's name our code file as hello world. Okay, so there is no mandate that you need to name the code file as the same name of your project name here. Okay, so you can have whatever the name you wanted to your code file. So here I have decided to have hello world.cs. Okay, so .cs is the extension for C Sharp source files here. Okay, so you need to remember to add .cs file here. Okay, and click enter here. So you have an empty C Sharp file under the project hello world here. Okay, so let's go to full screen by clicking Shift Alt and enter. Okay, so first statement in our in any C Sharp program is going to be the using system here. Okay, so using system is very essential. So the system is a collection, or you can say it as a namespace. So there are many number of classes and methods written under the system namespace. So if you want to import all those features to your program, so you need to specify at the beginning of your program with this using keyword. Okay, using a namespace, and here our namespace is system. Okay, so the next line is going to be a class. Okay, so we need to take a class, since C Sharp is a fully object-oriented programming language. So whatever you need, whatever the code you are going to write, you need to wrap it in a class. Okay, which is also known as a blueprint. Okay, so let's name our class as again hello world, to be a unique name for everything whatever we are doing here. Okay, so next we need to have a main function. Okay, so the main is the entry point for the program to execute. Okay, so how big the class is, or no matter how many methods you write inside a class, the execution of the program starts from the main method. So it's very essential. So first let us add that public static void main here. Okay, so it's almost similar to what we have written in Java. Okay, so Java and C Sharp almost they share the same kind of syntax here. Okay, so here we have public static and void main, and let's write a small statement, console dot writeline. Okay, so this is equivalent to printf and cout in C and C++. Okay, it's also equivalent to system.out.println in Java. So if you want to output some text to your output screen or console window, you need to use this console.writeline statement here. Okay, so let's have a small statement here, hello world from C Sharp. Okay, so let's end that with a semicolon here. Okay, so we have written a small tiny little program in our C Sharp programming language, which is the sole purpose of this program is to print the hello world message on the console window. Okay, so in order to run this program, you can go to debug and you can select the start without debugging option, or else if you want to memorize, you can memorize this shortcut key here, okay, which is Control F5. Okay, so let's do that now. Control F5, and here is the output for you. Okay, so hello world from C#. So whatever you have written inside the console statement here, let's quit the full screen mode here. Okay, so whatever you have written inside the console statement, the same thing gets displayed in the output window here. Okay, so if you might get a big hello world from C#. Okay, so if you want to memorize or summarize once again whatever you have written in the C# program, so using is very essential. Using system is very essential in every C# program, where the system is a collection or namespace which consists of numerous classes and methods which are all defined in under one name. Okay, so you need to reference that namespace. So for that purpose you are using this using system here. Okay, so next we have defined a class, a simple class, where our main sits here. Okay, so since C# is fully object-oriented programming language, so everything you need to wrap under a class statement. Okay, so class and the name of the class you need to, so you can define the class using the class keyword and followed by the name of the class, and then we have a main method here. Okay, so the main method is if you observe here, it's first of all it's public. That means that the main should be accessible outside the class and outside the program also. So to make it accessible to all the classes, or else we are making the main as public here. And then we have used this keyword static. We have used the keyword static here because the static methods does not or need to be instantiated separately. Okay, so if you make a method as static, it's called automatically. Okay, it's automatically called, and you need not instantiate and call with the help of an object. And void, as you know, in C and C++ and Java and other programming languages, void is used such that to indicate that our main does not return any value here. Okay, and then we have our main function here, the keyword main followed by the, to indicate the function, we have a parenthesis here. Okay, so then we have console.writeLine. Console is a class which is defined somewhere in the system namespace here. Okay, so writeLine is a method which is the sole purpose of its is to output some message to the screen, okay, or console window. So this is the basic very basic program in C#. So let's run the program once again by pressing Control F5. So you get the output whatever you have written in the console.writeLine statement. Okay, so see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.